All right, f350 time. I pulled the dash up and I pulled this lower valance. You do not have to do that for this repair. I did it only for the fact because it'll be a lot easier filming this, because I see a lot of people, I've seen these videos before, but some of them were really hard to see. But here's my clutch pedal. It only returns that far and it should be here. What's causing this, sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to get under here. That is the linkage return. See, if you, I hope it shows, but you can see the replay or the play in it because that bushing is out of it. Well, what we're gonna do, there's a nut right above it that will drop this bracket here. We're gonna take this, they even got a zip tie on here. When the bushing went bad, somebody cobbled it with a zip tie. We're gonna cut this bracket right below this hoop. All right, gonna be all over the place, trying to get out of here. This is the actual kit that we're installing. When you cut that hoop off, you put this on and it has a set screw right there. Then that bracket, I'll show you more in detail when I get that bracket out, but we're gonna cut the weld, punch that bolt out, and then this bolt is gonna go through there and we're gonna bolt this heim joint to that bracket. And then that in return is gonna get rid of this here where it just won't return, because it's really hard on the clutch. It's just like you're riding the clutch because it's not coming up. So it just takes early clutch repair is needed if you continually drive it that way. And unfortunately this one was drove that way. They put a clutch in it recently, but with them driving it like this, I'm going to have to go through and really inspect the clutch and make sure it don't show a ton of slippage on the flywheel and the pressure plate. If it does, then I'll just, depending on the surface of the clutch, I'll either resurface both and reuse it, or I'll just go and put a new one in with the south bend. The reverse on it is a little noisy, so if I drop the transmission, chances are I'm probably just going to go and tear it apart, put a new reverse in it, because the teeth are kind of pointed, and that point wears off, and that's where you're going to get your noise in reverse from. If I'm going to tear it apart to do that, I will probably also throw a set of synchros in it. It shifts fine, but if you're going to have it apart, you know, I'm not going to do it half-ass. But this is the kit we're going to put in right now. So let me get that zip tie cut and I'll drop that bracket, and then that way we can start getting, I'm going to try filming this the best I can. And it's really cramped under there. I apologize. I didn't build it. So I'm going to video it the absolute best I can. And if there's any questions, then people are more than welcome to contact me. All right, we'll see you in a bit. So we're back. The zip tie I tried showing in there. This is what was left of the original bushing. Now, I'd love to say you just take the bolt off and this pops out. I ended up putting a pair of vice grips. Let me get a set. These aren't adjusted, the ones I had used in the truck. I put it on right like that, crimped it down, and then I just back and forth to work that off. Because if you look, I don't know if it'll show it, but there are teeth in there, so it is on a shaft. This is the piece you have to remove. This should be your hardest part of this project. Famous last word, should be. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clamp that. Sorry, try and do this one-handed. All right, we got that in the vise.
This is the weld on this where the shaft goes, and even this shaft is worn because it ain't had a bushing. There's almost no key left on this side, and there's good on this. This is the weld we're going to grind down, and we're going to punch that out, and then this bolt is going to go in there. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and as soon as this is done, I'm going to have to probably do, I'll try doing this like this. We'll see. I know you can't see nothing. All right, so we're gonna have it like that. Okay, I guess it wanted to sit on the floor. Didn't like where I put it. So now, oh, what drawer are my punches? And my big hammer's in the truck, so I'm gonna have to find a different hammer to use. Oh, let's go with the real big one. All right, let me try this, see what's gonna happen here. Of course it's gonna turn. Well, let me get this clamped in here a little bit better. Attempt to. A minute. Okay, I figured it out. I put it in the vise, just standing straight up like that, and now I lost my chisel. I don't know how, I don't know if anybody else has that luck. I set it here and I don't know what I did with it. I didn't even move from this spot, but I hope nobody else does that, but I do it quite frequently. And I think. Okay, there they are. Woo! Wow, let's see if she'll come out the rest of the way. Otherwise, I gotta get. Okay, and this is what we removed. Okay. So this is the pin. Sorry, I had you almost upside down. This is the pin. It went right there. So now this bolt is going to come in. Then we're going to put the heim joint, lock washer nut, and then that's going to replace where you no longer need that bushing. I do have to go underneath there now, and I have to cut. I got this bracket out. Let me try getting under here and showing you exactly what we got to do, because trying to make it so helps people. Doing my best anyway. Oh. All right, that's the bracket. Oh. That's the bracket right there. And we just need to cut this end off right here now. We'll cut that eyelet off, and then that heim joint will go in there. I'm thinking I can get up here. If I'm real careful, I think I can get up here with an angle grinder. So that's what we're gonna attempt. Oh, sorry, I'm a big guy trying to get underneath these dashes. So, all right, I'm gonna set up the angle grinder with a cutting wheel. I'm gonna go under there, see if that works, and then I'll bring the camera underneath there and do the final. I'll get it cut unless it snaps all the way, but I'll still go under there with the grinder and show how I did it, because I really want, so this is more of a, oh, I can do this at home. So far, the vise helped tremendously. A pair of vise grips, a hammer, I needed an 18mm socket, and then I used this little pry bar. And then now I'll have the tools I need to put this repair kit in. But that's the tools I use to get to the point we are now. Oh, and you will need an angle grinder, but these you can pick up like 20 bucks. And instead of using a grinding wheel, I'm gonna swap it over one of these thin cutting wheels. So as long as you have a hammer vise grip, 18mm socket, and not sure what size socket that is, and this side is an Allen wrench. As long as you have these basic tools with the grinder, this is a repair you will be able to do at home. All right, I'm sorry once again, I just couldn't show that. I couldn't get under. Here's the eyelet. I ended up putting a pair of needle nose to hold in place because it was bouncing around. So, but that's what we're cutting out, and that heim joint kit is going to replace this. You can buy the bushings. See if it's cool enough to touch. A little warm. You can buy the bushings that go in here. Problem is that it's a plastic bushing. I showed you that piece of what came out. They just keep wearing out. This is a permanent fix. It's not a, oh, I'm gonna have to do it all the time. Because the plastic excuse me, the plastic bushing is easier, but in the long run, this is a one-time do it and you're done. So I'm gonna clean this shaft up a little bit from the cutting edge, clean that up, and we'll get this kit thrown in. So I'll be back. I just gotta take a file and then I'll be right back. All right, just a real quick update. We're getting ready to head out to the truck. I'm glad I checked this before I did. This bolt would not go in, so I did have to ream it out just a touch to accommodate the bolt, and we used 3/8 bolt to do that, so had to do that quick. But now the bolt goes right in there. It's snug, you know, there's no play, but I did have to ream the teeth out of that hole a little bit for the bolt. So all right, we're heading out to the truck, and let's get this done. And truthfully, this would probably end up being probably half-hour repair. I did a little bit of extra dash removal, trying to show it better. I'm sorry I couldn't show cutting it, but probably about a half-hour plan on a repair for this. It's taking me a little bit longer trying to video it while I'm doing it, but definitely a DIY. Okay, now I will have to add a drill and a drill bit to install this kit. So we're still at pretty minimal tools, what most people would probably have around their house. So that's where we're at. All right, let's go get this in. All right, we got the piece put on here. Bracket's gonna go like that. I did put that Allen screw down, because before I tighten that, once it's on the arm, I am gonna turn around and put some Loctite on it. We got our 18mm, and we have the Allen wrench for tightening that. And I just thought of something I needed, and now I forgot again. Oh well, couldn't have been too important, I guess. So I'll get under there, and you wait, I'll get under here and be, oh, I needed, this is what I needed. And then I'll have to work to get back out of here. Oh, how about we get, I had to take everything out of here. How about we try getting the nut that goes on there? That would help drastically with this, I'm thinking. Oh. All right. So we're gonna take, sorry about jumping all over. I am trying to get underneath the dash. All right. So there we are. We're gonna slide that right on there. Put that in there. Then, of course, I gotta get out from underneath the dash to do this. There's the nut. So, we're gonna put the nut on there. All right, this is what we look like. Let me get up here. That's where we're at. I'm gonna get off of here so I can go and tighten that nut down, and then I'll drop that Allen screw here, and I'll put some Loctite on it, and then I'll put it back in. So, and then we'll test the clutch. And so I'll be right back and we'll test the clutch. Thank you. Okay. Let me try getting under here one last time. Nuts all tightened up. Kit's on there. That upper nut for the bracket. And here's the clutch. All the way up. And I'm not pulling it. Let me try. Flat hand, all the way up. So, clutch linkage is effectively fixed. Sorry I couldn't get in there. I'll put my email in the link if anybody has any questions. Oh, I did have to add one tool. Once I put that bracket in there, it really helped. I could have tightened it with just this on the ratchet, but I did put the 1-inch extension in there. It really helped a lot. So this you don't have to have, but definitely came in handy. So, all right, I just gotta put the dash back together. I know there's a ton of wires in here for the brake controller. There's a couple switches with wires and power. I don't know what everything goes to. I just picked this up a couple weeks ago, and we're going through it. We're probably gonna keep it because it's a good flatbed. I can haul gravel and whatnot on it, so chances are we're gonna keep it. But and the next project I'm gonna be ordering here soon is let's just say exhaust work. That's all I'm gonna say. If you want to see it, you're gonna have to subscribe or wait for the video, however you do that. I'll get this cleaned up in a minute. I'm gonna take it for a quick test drive. This I gotta get finished up. Like I said, we've been doing construction, everything got away from me. So I did get this done because I definitely need this to start hauling some stuff in here. So, all right, that's where we're at. I'll get this posted. You'll have to wait for the exhaust, what I'm gonna do to there, and then I'm gonna get this finished, and then it's gonna be the exhaust and the Chevy flip-flopping back and forth between the two, because I got all summer to get the body off the frame, sandblast, repair the frame, then do the body work. But that's where we're at. All right, thank you.